one where you can hear the caller as they leave a message. When our kids were in Israel for the year, it was the thing that they would call and talk into the machine while we were having Shabbos lunch. Some of you sitting here may have even gotten a shout out if they knew you were at our Shabbos table. It was through this answering machine on Shabbos morning, November 12, 2022, that I found out that my grandson Kobe had been born in Hadassah Ein Kerem just after midnight. And it was through this answering machine on October 7th, during our Shabbat/Yom Tov meal, that Yonina left a message that my son-in-law Gabi had been called in, as well as 4 of their very good friends. Over the remainder of Chag, at designated times, we were updated, and I was able to update other members of our community about their own kids. I will never give up that answering machine. Gabi grew up in Wesley Hills, went to Ashar and MTA, and spent most of his summers at Dora Golding. He followed his brother Zaki's lead and made Aliyah during his Shana Bet at Gush. He did the full 5-year Gush Hesder. When he got back to Gush for the year after his army service, he was a madrich to a number of our Keter Torah kids. At 8 a.m. in Yerushalayim on October 7th, Yonina, Gabi, Kobe, Gabi's mom, and a couple that they had over for Chag went into the Malmad when they heard a siren. They waited the 10 minutes they were supposed to wait, and then Gabi and his friend Chaim left to shul. Yonina planned on going to shul for Kobe's first Kol HaNa'arim. That was not to be. Much of the rest of the day was spent in the Malmad. There's an army go bag kept in the Machzan. It's ready to go at a moment's notice if Gabi would be called in. It was the bag that he took 2 times that he did Miluim since the kids got married. On October 7th, I just kept visualizing Gabi grabbing the bag, throwing it in the trunk of the car, and driving away, instead of sitting down to a Yom Tov meal with his family and the 30 other people that they had prepared a Kiddush lunch for. Gabi spent most of the last 7+ weeks at Kibbutz Sufa on the southern Gaza border. They are protecting the evacuated kibbutz from any further acts of terror. Soon after the army arrived at the secured kibbutz, the residents were brought back one day to collect some stuff to take to wherever they had been relocated. Each resident had to be accompanied by 3 chayalim to their home for security purposes. Gabi watched a woman whose husband had been killed break down as she packed up whatever she could. The people of the kibbutz did as all of us Jewish mothers and fathers would. They told the chayalim to please raid their refrigerators and pantries because otherwise the food would go bad. And they also offered their living rooms with Netflix to any chayal on break. Unfortunately, the army did not let the soldiers take the residents up on the Netflix offer. Meanwhile, in Yerushalayim, Yonina was adjusting to her new normal. She had taken in a number of friends whose husbands had also been called up and was living with 5 women and 2 babies. At the beginning, when they were still sirens, they ventured out very little. Once they started to go out, things they never thought about became big decisions. She and a friend were taking their babies to a show that the MMY girls had organized for kids that were home from daycare. They decided to walk rather than take a car because it would be easier to run into a building with strollers than to have to unstrap the boys from their car seats if there was a siren while they were on the way. She switched her walking route to the mall so that she was always in the vicinity of a building with a miklat. The mall has big signs directing people to their miklat, and it is void of any young men. I'm in awe of my kids. Other than both of them being exhausted for different reasons, they are positive, upbeat, and smiling, look at me, whenever we speak. Gabi has been out for a total of 5 days since Shmini Atzeret. Yesterday morning, we woke up to a picture of Yonina and Gabi together in a car with the caption, "When they don't let him come to me, I go to him." The smiles on their faces made my day. It took her 3 hours to drive down to him because of a car accident on the road and another 2 hours to get home, but it didn't matter. They appreciate every minute they have together. Other than Gabi, his brother, his group of close army friends, 5 of Yonina and Gabi's very close friends, and 11 of my cousins, I also have 42 former students on active duty in Sahel. A lot to daven for. There are many little things I'm thankful for. I'm thankful that Gabi has his phone. We are in touch daily, and Joey has been able to give him a bracha every Friday. I'm thankful that Yonina is in Yerushalayim, where after those first couple of weeks, there have been very few sirens. I'm thankful that Gabi's mom was there for Sukkot and has been with Yonina ever since, helping with Kobe as much as she can. I'm thankful for the network of friends that Yonina has had that have been there for her on a moment's notice. I'm thankful for my grandson's calm temperament, at least most of the time. Give him a cracker or maybe a container where he can keep pulling the cap on and off, and he's happy. I am thankful that 2 of the days that Gabi was home was the weekends of Kobe's first birthday, and they were able to make him a birthday party and pretend that all was normal for just a few hours. I'm thankful that Joey is leaving Wednesday, and I will be joining him a week from Wednesday, and we by chance booked El Al for this trip way before October 7th. And on a totally different note, I'm thankful that I no longer have children in college in this country, and to those of you that do, your worries might be different, but they are not any less. Bezrat Hashem, I daven that I'll be able to soon say that I'm thankful that our Keter Torah loved ones, as well as the remainder of the hostages, have come home safely, and that our Eretz Yisrael is a peaceful place to be. Am Yisrael Chai.